Alright, well, your Daily Collegiate Football beat here after Penn State's 10-7 win against Illinois. Last second drive for the offense, or actually defense, stopped them, but the offense finally came alive late in the game. Helped by a pass interference call on 4th down, but they were able to run it in with Silas Shred. Kind of surprising after they had so much trouble since the first quarter when they had a little bit going on, but they kind of stalled throughout the game. But they moved to 8-1, 5-0 in the Big Ten, only undefeated team in Big Ten play so far. But Steve, you want to talk about the defense that stepped up after that touchdown drive?
Yeah, I mean, we were saying on the sidelines, why are they calling timeout when they had the ball inside Illinois' 5? It left Illinois a lot of time, and they took advantage of it to an extent. Derek Dimke missed a 43-yard field goal. The student section actually behind us all converged together behind the goalpost. There was 2 huge empty sections in the end zone. So I mean, that and the combination of the weather, and it just made for an unbelievable atmosphere. And for a game that was as stale as it was through 3 quarters, it really came alive. It was really probably the most exciting game of the season.
Yeah, going off the defense a bit, Gerald Hodges once again was an absolute animal on the field. Coming off a game against Northwestern where he was just a freak athlete, just ripping people down. He did it again this week. Came up with a forced fumble, and I don't get the final stats yet, but he had something like 17 tackles. Going into the 4th quarter, he was an absolute animal today, all over the field, and a big part of why Penn State's defense held the line out to 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out at the beginning of the game, and then on that final drive, especially when he and Stupar came up with that near interception, he was huge today.
Illinois they're moving the ball all day, but it didn't seem like they were doing the same play. They were doing the same play every time, a triple option. And, Shieldhouse is running all over the place, and talking to these guys, just how do you contain him? Just stay strong off the edges. Linebackers communicating with each other. They did that, and held them in check towards the end there.
I think the question is now, with Nebraska, Ohio State, and Wisconsin coming up, can the defense keep doing this? Can they keep bailing out the offense? I mean, 3 of the best teams in the Big Ten coming up. The offense, they didn't complete a pass in the 2nd or 3rd quarter. There's no way this team has. I mean, and they're talking Big Ten title. These guys actually are serious. They want to win the Big Ten title, which is fair because they're 5-0. But if they're going 2 quarters without a completed pass, there's no chance.
It is pretty amazing. 4 of 16, I think McGloin was in the first half, and you're talking about a team with Big Ten title hopes, and it's realistic that the defense is that good.
I think one thing we should mention, I guess, Derek Moy, who didn't play the majority of the game, came in towards the end of the game. Joe Paterno said early in the week that he probably wouldn't play, but he ended up coming in. He said the doctors told him if they needed him, he could play, and he came up with nothing really but the pass interference call against him, which kind of questionable, but it really doesn't matter. He had a couple drops, but it might have been just his presence on the field that kind of threw off Illinois' defense. But he's a big player, he's a big threat to Penn State's offense, and when he's in the game, they're definitely more dangerous.
Yeah, and I think that 4th and 6 with the pass interference, on 3rd and 6, Moy actually dropped a pass right at the 1st down marker, so that really set up that play.
He said he was ready to cry after that.
When McGloin threw that up to the end zone, I just shook my head and said, why? It's 4th and 6. You're gonna make that throw on 4th and 6? Yeah, got nothing going all day, but I mean, Moy had it in his hands. He could have caught that. Could have been a touchdown, but it didn't matter.
You don't want to overlook Anthony Farah, too. It's tough conditions out here. Illinois missed 2 field goals, I think. Farah missed one early, but I mean, he made what turned out to be a key field goal in the early 2nd half.
Yeah.
So, also, probably almost 10 punts.
Yeah, special teams was big.
It wasn't his best punting day, but they didn't have any big returns or anything. So
I think that was key. Special teams, Brad Bars blocks a punt. They brought the house on that. They brought 10 guys. The missed field goals by Illinois. Special teams made a huge difference.
All right, well, we got the bye week coming up, so Penn State will get to sit back, watch some Big Ten football, knowing they're on top of the division.
Us too.
As will we.
Nice.
Yeah,
which would be nice.
So be sure to stay tuned and check out the foot blog for any updates in the next week or 2.